Let's see if we've got a feed over here in Facebook yet. And we'll get this going. It's being a little bit slow. It's always something. There we go. All right. Get that. All right, putting these links in the chat for everybody, and then we'll get going. Hi, Jessica. How's it going? Let's see. I see I'm gonna need to raise up Instagram just a tiny bit because I almost can't see you. See your bottom comment there. So let's raise you up a little bit. Oh, everybody's together again. Gang's all here. Hi, ladies. Hopefully everybody's feeling a little bit better. Hi, Allison. Let's see. I am going to see if you're going to show up in the chat over here. I know we were having problems with it the other night. So let's see if it is going to go tonight. I never know. Some days are better than others. Hi, Shannon. Yeah, Rosie said she was still feeling bad. And that cough, it lasts forever. So bronchitis is no fun. That's usually what I get when I get sick. So let's put everybody's names down. We've got Rosie, we've got Jessica, we've got Allison, we've got Shannon, and nobody is showing up in my chat. Okay, well, you know, that sounds about right for today. Let's just, I'm going to pop these windows out and see if that helps. I don't know if anybody's on the other ones yet or not. Hey, Mom. Why is the chat not working? That is so weird. Alright, you know what? Let me update that really quick while we're getting started. Hi, Esley! Sound like the teacher on Romper Room. Some days I feel like the teacher on Romper Room. I used to watch that. Miss Judy. That's who it was. Hi, Juanita. Let's see if we can... I don't think we can get everything going at once. It never works that way. Let's see who's on that. Make sure we're not missing anybody on the regular Facebook while I'm trying to get everything together. Can you ask Daniel to come here, please? Okay. Still having problems here. Alright, there's nobody over there yet, so that's good. Hi, Becky. Good to see you guys. Let's see. The mostly stable version. Cool.
You already said, oh God.
Yeah. It's definitely no God.
It's always oh God.
Well, it's finally catching up over here. But why does it keep doing that? I can see this over here since it's not showing up.
I think so.
I couldn't remember how to do that. Hang with me for just a second, guys, while we see if we can get this chat right. I see the dock. I just didn't know if there was a window I could open over here that showed.
Technically...
It's the one from the personal page that seems to be not showing up.
It's still the same thing as last time.
Right. Because these are the ones from It's not any better or worse, Becky. That one, the one that you were on, is the one that's actually active. So it's the one from the personal page that we're having problems with. The chat is just not working for some reason. So I'm trying to make sure that we don't miss anybody's comments. I can just leave that window open like I did last time. But we've got to figure out what's going on with it.
Yeah, well,
All right. Thanks.
I don't know why you're saying thanks. I didn't fix anything.
Nope. There doesn't seem to be anybody over here yet anyway. Okay. So let's get everybody written down. Ruth, Becky, you guys came in since I've been here. All right. So it is one and done night. In case you missed that, I don't know if I don't know if you got it or not. Hi, Sylvia. Good to see you. So Sylvia's over here. I think I've got all the chats. One way or another, I've got them. So we're just going to go with it. And nothing ever wants to work right. So how's everybody's weather? Today it started cold and pouring down rain. So we alternated between misting and pouring this morning. And then it got nice for a while, and then it started pouring again. By Wednesday, we're supposed to have a mixture of sleet and snow. So we're not too excited about that. You can hear me now? Okay, good. So everybody can hear me, everybody can see me, I can see the comments. So I think we are in business. I haven't seen all of you in a little while, so we'll have to catch up with you. And I've got stuff all over my desk, so it's that kind of day. Let's see what numbers I've got. Let's use these tonight, because I don't know. I don't have these sorted out. So we may skip around a little bit on numbers, so make sure you're paying attention to the numbers. They may not go exactly in order and have every one of them. Allison, you're in the middle of a snowstorm again? Do you ever not get snow? I mean, maybe July 4th, you don't get snow? And Becky, you're at 7 degrees. Oof. That's awful. It's cold. I thought it was bad here. We were at, I think, 30-something this morning, but with it being rainy, so it's damp, it was kind of nasty. But it was not that bad. So I'm glad that we at least weren't as bad as we could have been. We'll just see what Wednesday brings. Usually if we have a big snowstorm or a big winter storm, we have it in January. And we've got one coming this week, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. We usually don't get one in February. Not a big one. So we can come visit you in August, Allison, and be safe. Are you sure? I remember several times in Wyoming when it snowed when it should not have. So I can imagine Buffalo being even worse. A little bit higher. And you've got the lakes up there, so 19 degrees and it feels like 5. So you've got the wind blowing. We've got the wind blowing right now. Hi, Aunt Dora. 5 to 7 inches of snow and then ice and rain. Ew. That does not sound like fun. This is awful. And Sylvia's got snow and sunny, but she's below 0. Single digits the rest of the week. I thought we were bad. Now I feel better. I feel a little warmer. Thank you for that. I'm not moving to California. Ashley, you keep setting that state on fire. And then you get rain and you get mudslides. So I think I'll just stay where I'm at. But we're getting like this type of rain and wind that we're having right now is similar to what we usually get during a hurricane because we don't get the big stuff like the coast does. Usually by the time it gets to us, it's fairly tame for a hurricane. So that's kind of what we're getting here now. It ripped up our gazebo top and it's in our front yard now. So there will be a new gazebo in our future somewhere. But in the meantime, we're good. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started, ladies. This is going to be piece number 1 tonight. It's actually going to be number 101. So these are all one and dones. Everything's the last one. This is Posh Party Avenue in blue. So we have royal blue stones. This one is rectangular, so cushion cut, emerald cut, whatever you want to call that. I think it's closer to a cushion cut because of how the edges are done, but most people recognize emerald cut a little bit more easily than the round solitaire and the triangle. So we have the halo of white rhinestones around each of those royal blue stones. Let's put it on our mannequin. Jade is tired. She worked hard last night. We had a Zoom party, so she got overworked. This is the length. So we're about 1/4 of an inch above that collar. And with the 2-inch extension, we're going to sit right down here below the collar. So that's going to put that whole rectangle right in this area below the collar. So this one is Posh Party Avenue. It is in blue. It is number 101. 101. How's everybody doing other than weather? There's so much flu going around. I know that Rosie's family has flu, has had flu, getting over it, recovering. There's a lot going around right now. All right, this one is a 3-layer silver one. This is called Hammered Halo in silver. So we have 2 hammered silver discs, and then we have up here at the top a ring with the paperclip chain attached to it. Love the paperclip chains. Very modern, very in right now. And this could go casual or dressy, just depending on how you dressed it up or down. So this is the length of these layers. Our first one is more of a choker length. It's kind of up here in that hollow between your collarbones. So if you feel where that is, that's where that sits. Your hubby's got walking pneumonia, Sylvia. That's not good. Tell him to stop walking around. It's better if he doesn't have walking pneumonia. And then our hammered one here is about 1/4 inch or 3/8 of an inch above the collar. And then our second hammered one about 1/4 inch below the collar. With the 2-inch extension, this is how this is going to move. I'm going to take my fingers like this and we're going to move it all down. So this is going to be the top one. This is going to be the bottom one. So we have Hammered Halo in silver, the 3 layers. 3 weeks. Oof. Number 102. I hope he gets better soon. That is no fun. $103, and no fun for you. And try to at your own risk. This is in the blue crackle stone. So we have the round circle cut out pieces of stone. They look like donuts, right? Blue donuts. I guess they'd have to be blue raspberry with silver hardware. This is the length and size. So we have, and try to at your own risk, number 103. You're tired? Yes. Me too. And I don't even have to shovel snow and do all that fun stuff, but I'm already tired just listening to you do it. Yeah, we got to get him up and moving again so that you can rest and relax. All right, this one is our last one. I wore this one to one of our meetings and immediately sold. The second one that I have, this is the last one. So I had 3 of them. I wore one, sold one. Now we're down to the last one. This is Basket Full of Blossoms in silver. So let me get a little bit closer up. It's still going to be hard to kind of see because this is like a dot, tiny dots all in here. And then we have the scalloped edges. So those tiny dots kind of blur in the camera. So that's what you're seeing. And the earrings are also those little flowers. So they're just as cute. I wore the flower earrings with it. There was no need to upgrade. They match perfectly. this is the length. So it's half above and half below that collar. And with the 2-inch extension, that is going to sit down here to mid-chest. It's right there. Basket full of blossoms is going to be number 104 tonight. Let me get out number 104. There we go. So you know if I'm wearing a sweater, it's cold. I have been cold for like a week. I don't know what it is about this weather, but it's just been really, really chilly. And number 105, our last one before our first question. These are lightweight wood, super lightweight wood actually. They're called Caribbean Coral in purple. So they're that royal purple color. Have lots of little cutouts, so they're very airy. And the wood is already super lightweight. This is the length and size. So we have Caribbean Coral in purple, number 105. And if you need a wooden purple necklace to go with that, I'm sure I have one here somewhere. And I will find it for you. Let's see. Well, we were talking about weather, so let's stick with weather. Weather-related questions. This one has 5 answers. Let's go with number 5. Name a reason a person might wear a hat. Reason a person might wear a hat. Hi, Tracy. Why would you wear a hat? I am not a hat person, but there are people that look great in hats, wear them all the time. Bald, yep, number 2. Too cold or too hot? Well, that's two different answers. So cold weather was number 4. Raining, number 3. So we've got rain, we've got cold, we've got bald. The sun, number 5. Yep, blocking that sun. That's probably the only reason I'm going to do it. Bad hair day, number 1. Number 1. So we got them all now. You work in food service. That is also a good reason to do it. Keep your hair from falling all over. I don't know about everybody else, but my hair sheds like crazy. I don't know why, but it does, and it is everywhere. So no one will ever have to try to look for DNA for me if I go missing, because my hair is everywhere. We even found it floating in the fish tank. So if you work in food service, it's really important to cover your hair, whether it's hairnet or hair hat or whatever, because that hair goes everywhere. Can you just imagine all those people working around your food that don't have a hat on? I saw somebody working the other day, and granted she didn't touch the food, but she did touch the utensils and didn't have gloves on. And I'm like, ugh. I've worked in food service for a long time, and that just, I don't know, that kind of grosses me out. I don't like that. Alright, this is our ribbon necklace, and I'm going to pull this back a little bit because the way they've got it tied makes it a little extra long. So this one you can tie to kind of a custom length. Number 104 to you, Mom. So you're going to try to match me? Is that what the deal is? You always wore a bandana. That helps. Or the surgical caps that they wear in the operating room. Those are great too because they fit nice and close. I'm trying to remember. When I was working at the school, I think I wore a bandana over mine. This one is called Tantalizing Tapestry. It is in brown. So we have the brown ribbon that you can tie to a custom length. It goes down into gold chain. And then our pendant down here is all different colors. Lots of nice fall colors. We've got a couple different browns. We've got like a sweet tea brown, a peach. You love this one, Allison. It is pretty. It has purple. It has the green. This is kind of a yellowish iridescent. So I don't know if you can see those colors really well. I will hold it against my hand in just a minute, and that will help you see the colors a little bit better. Yeah, this one is really pretty. This is the length, the way they've got it tied. Now, this is probably about as loose as you're going to be able to get it, unless you do just a little single knot right down at the end of the ribbons. So it's not going to get much longer than this. However, because of the ribbon, just like all the trimmings necklaces, you could tie it up kind of as far as you want to. This is, let's see how far I can get it up here. This is probably about as far as you're going to be able to tie it up. So like that. So you've got a really wide range of lengths that you can have with this one, which is awesome. At Hershey, you had to wear hairnets. Yeah, most places you do. You have to wear something over your hair. It's a health code violation if you don't, but some places pay more attention than others. So let's get these gems close up so that you can see what's going on here. This is that cluster of rhinestones down at the bottom. Absolutely beautiful. This is Tantalizing Tapestry in brown, number 106. Probably should have bought more of those when they were out. You never know until you're done, right? After you get them and you see them, it's like, you know what? I should have bought more of those. But whatever. Win some, you lose some. These are called Pearl Pop. These are in silver. So we have a teardrop shaped frame with a teardrop shaped cutout. These are the light gray pearls. So they are actually silver pearls. This is the length and size. Let's see if I can get them in front of my hoops so that they don't get caught. There we go. So not a huge earring, but not a tiny one either. Here we have Pearl Pop in silver. These are going to be number 107. Number 108. These two pieces were made to match, but I am going to put them up here separately. I believe I also have the bracelet for this, but I don't have it in here in this room right at the moment. So if you're interested in a bracelet to match, I do have that in the other room. Hi Marlo. So this is the blue crackle stone. It's in irregular shaped frames. We've got a dot motif around the frame, or around the stone in the middle, and then kind of a brush texture on the rest of that plate, the silver plate. Almost look like eyes. So this is called Homestead Harmony in blue. This is the length. So it's mostly above the collar. We've got about 1/4 of an inch below that collar. And with the 2-inch extension, we're going to sit down to here, which is just above mid-chest. So Homestead Harmony in blue is going to be number 108. So these were pieces of a fashion fix, so they were made to match each other, but I'm going to show them separately. And I've got a few things that are like that tonight. These were the earrings that they put with it. You can see the brush texture on those silver pieces down below. And then we have the round blue crackle stone up at the top. This is the length and size. So we have Homestead on the Range in blue. These are number 109. And number 110. I'm just going to hold this one up because it is longer. This is in brass. Great for our sweaters because it is long. And we've got the oval and round links. So large oval and round links. And then it goes up into this chain. The earrings are the oval links, just like in the necklace. This is the unextended length. So it is going down here. It is already in that lower belly area. This is that dropped waist. So it is already down here near the dropped waist, but with the extra extension, it is going to hit right here at this dropped waist. If you wanted to shorten this, this does have nice big links, so you could fasten into those links and pull it up like this, and maybe make it more belly button level, somewhere around there. So we have Perfect Mismatch. This is in brass, and it is number 110. I think I'm finally going to be able to take my sweater off. I finally got warm over here in my corner. Usually it's hot in my corner. Today it is not hot in my corner. It's cold everywhere. But it did finally get warm. All right, let's find our next question here. All right, 4 answers on this one. Let's take number 2. Tell me why you might avoid swimming in the ocean. Why might you avoid swimming in the ocean? All right, where'd my page go? There we go. You're going to swim in the ocean. You're avoiding it. All your friends are swimming in the ocean. Why are you avoiding it? It's too cold. Yep, number 4. Jellyfish. Jellyfish was number 3. I want to get stung by the jellyfish. Fear. Yep. You're afraid of the water. Number 2. Rip current. Rip current wasn't on there. Ooh, can't swim. And see, I thought that too, and it was not on the list. That should have been on there. Sharks. Sharks were number 1. There we go. Sharks, jellyfish, you're afraid of the water, and it's too cold. That's a lot of reasons not to swim in the ocean. Personally, I never swim in it. I get in it and I play in the water, but I don't really swim in the ocean. That's for swimming pools. I don't know why. I just don't. Oh, a storm. That's also a good reason. But we've got the 4 that were on there. All right, let's move on to the next pieces. We have next a set of bracelets. This is called Fair Florals in white. So we have 3 stretch bracelets. One is all rhinestones. So those rhinestone solitaires in the silver frame. These are round like a carved rose bead in a pearly finish. And then our last one has silver pebbles. I'm going to call them pebbles because they're kind of irregular shapes. They remind me of silver pebbles with also the little carved rose beads. Let's see if I can get those close up so you can kind of see what those roses look like. So all these do stretch. Okay, you want all the pieces to 108? Gotcha, Marlo. Let me write that down, and I'll grab the bracelet when I put it in your thing. So one set of these, Fair Florals in white. These are going to be number 111. Sold lots and lots of blue crackle last night. I was really surprised. If you hadn't heard already, we had a huge Zoom party last night. One of the ladies that had formerly been a guest at somebody else's Zoom party had her own last night. It was supposed to last, I usually schedule about 2 hours because it's about how long it takes to show everybody enough pieces that everybody finds something they like. It ended up being 4 hours. It was really long. I was really tired when I got done, but we had an awesome time. Sold a lot of jewelry last night. So this is Drawn to the Wind. This is in antiqued copper. This is a moth. Kind of looks like a butterfly, but it's a moth. That's what they say it is. Has the nice brushed texture in the wings to make it look realistic. This is a fairly large piece. The earrings also those moths. So you've got your own moths to wear in your ears. Perfectly matched, so you don't have to try to match this up. This is the length, unextended. We've got about half above, half below that collar, but with the 2-inch extension, you're going to be able to bring it down to here. That's going to put at least most of these wings underneath the collar. So you should have the majority of this moth underneath the collar, maybe just a tiny bit right up here along the top would be above that collar. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. So we have Drawn to the Wind. And this one's going to be number 112. Kim, how's your weather? We talked about it earlier. And Marlo, I haven't heard from you lately. What's your weather like out there right now? I heard from most of the other ladies, so kind of taking a poll to see where everybody's at. We were chilly and rainy today. We're supposed to get wintry weather on Wednesday. Sleet, snow mix, and cold all week. Not really looking forward to that, but that's what we've got. So hopefully some of you are doing better. Sounds like a lot of people are cold though. All right, next up we have Dallas Debutante in gold. So we have our little horseshoes up at the top. You're currently in a winter snowstorm, so you're right up there with Allison. And Aunt Dora's got some snow up there too. Cold, cold, cold. How cold is it? So we have the snake chain, the rounded chain that comes down off the bottom in tassels in gold. This is a post earring, and our post is right up here in that horseshoe in the top. So it's going to hang down like this. These are obviously a longer earring. So we've got Dallas Debutante in gold, number 113. And Allison, I saw a rumor online that one of the Eagles is coming to the Bills. Is that the case? 2 degrees. Oof. That shouldn't even be a thing. Once it gets down that low, it's just 0. It's cold. All right, Desert Climate in silver. So these are kind of an egg shape. We've got swirls of a dot motif. I guess that's what we're going to call that. Almost looks like a fingerprint. This is the length and size. Let me see if I can hold my head straight. There we go. I think that's pretty straight. So this is the length and size. Desert Climate in silver, number 114. Ow, ow, ow. Number 115, somehow I ended up with one extra pair of these. This is Picturesque Scene in blue. So we have a little, very pale slate blue teardrop up here. It's the moonstone. Then we have a bird on a branch sitting down here in silver. Your favorite player's making waves. Oh no, that's not good. This is the length and size. So we have Picturesque Scene in blue. These are number 115. 115. They need to just behave themselves. The players never do that, though. All right, let's try this one. 5 answers. Let's go with number 3. Name something you check every day. Something that you check every day. And I already see at least one they missed. What do you check every day? Your email, number 1. like everybody does. I do multiple times a day. Your weather, number 5. Let's see, email, weather, email. Your weight. Oh, that was not on there, but that is true. Mailbox is number 4. The news wasn't on there. Your hair wasn't on there. Social media, they were a little bit more specific than that. Bank balance was the one that I thought should be on there, but it is not. I check mine every day. I don't know about everybody else. Your phone is not on there, but some of these things you would check on your phone probably. Blood pressure, you check on your parents. Make sure I didn't miss any. News, mail. Nope, didn't miss any. Mail, account, yep. 2 more things. And social media was more specific, so text messages, not on there. What else might you check every day? So I have, let me think, 3 places I go first thing in the morning. There we go, Facebook, number 3. One more thing. 3 places I go first thing in the morning. My bank, my email, and then Facebook. And sometimes I go to Instagram from there. But I don't tend to read on Facebook. Or I mean on Instagram. So I go to Facebook. One more thing that we might check every day, and you probably check this multiple times a day, but you're going to check at least once a day. Sometimes when I first wake up, it's like the first thing I check. You can check it on your phone, but you can check it another place too, or maybe more than one other place. What might you check? First thing when you get up, you grab your phone. What's the first thing you look at? Twitter, Instagram? Not those. The temperature, oh, you're close, but no. Not blood sugar. Not your messages. This is so easy, you guys are going to kick yourself. Because I know everybody does it. First thing you look at when you wake up. Ring camera? That's scary. We'll talk about that later. Time. Yeah, you check to see what time it is. I have to decide if I'm running late or not. You gotta see what time it is when you wake up. Especially if you didn't wake up by an alarm and you just all of a sudden wake up. First thing you're gonna do is look and see what time it is. Alright, that was the last one. We'll let you all off the hook. The time. Gotta know what time it is. Alright, this bracelet is called Playing Favorites. This is also a stretchy bracelet. So we have teardrops. They alternate with hammered teardrops and rhinestone. See it like that. Is your phone charged? That's another good thing to look. So this one's called Playing Favorites. It is in silver. It is number 116. Especially if you're waking up in the middle of the night or early in the morning, your alarm hasn't gone off yet. First thing I'm going to look at is, what time is it? Why am I awake? I always want to know why I'm awake. Alright, this one is, let's see, make it lay straight. Riverside Relic. It has the same problem I do, it's lopsided. Riverside Relic in copper. So we have the blue crackle stone in teardrops. We have the antiqued copper in rings above it and in the frames around it. These frames are like twisted rope. Then we have the dot motif and just hammered rings above it. I love the combination of the copper and the blue crackle stone because the contrast is nice. This is called a mesh chain. So this is hollow and it's just like a mesh tube. So it's really kind of cool. You can see through it a little bit. It's a really different kind of chain. Let me show you that. I thought it was neat. We have a few necklaces that have that chain, but not very many. This is the length. So most of it is above the collar. Probably like a third of it below the collar with the 2-inch extension. It's going to hang down to about here, which is going to be just above mid-chest, so we're not quite going to get all the way to mid-chest with this one. Although you could add an extra extension to it if you wanted to reach all the way to mid-chest. So this is Riverside Relic in copper. It's going to be number 117 tonight. Hang that up. Number 118. I call these twisted teardrops because they're kind of like a teardrop, but they're slightly twisted as well. These are called Flavor of the Fleek. They're in silver. They have hematite rhinestones in them. So you see those little rhinestones? Those are the like off black, charcoal, dark gray, whatever you want to call them, rhinestones. And double twisted teardrops in there on a fishhook back. 117 to Marlo. This is the length and size of those earrings. These are a vintage pair, so can I grab these while they're here? Number 118, Flavor of the Fleek in silver. Marlo, are you at the bowling alley tonight? Or is it too cold for that? Marlo's husband owns a bowling alley. Marlo and her husband own a bowling alley, but Rosie wants those. Gotcha, number 118. That's his thing to do when he retires. So she gets to have fun there. Bowling alleys played a large part in our early life as well. You just got home. Okay. Alright, our next one. This is Wanderlust Wrap. This is in blue, and it's called a wrap because you see all this cord. We're going to call it cord. It's suede cord. 118. Yeah, gotcha. So you can tie this up or wrap it around as many times as you want to. You could use this as a necklace. You could use this as a bracelet if you wanted to. I've seen some people tie it and use it like in their hair as a headband. But this has an orange double layer flower down at the bottom. We have that blue crackle stone in the center of it. We have blue crackle stone and silver at the ends of this brown suede cord. You see how much of it is here? So you could wrap this over and over and over. This could be a choker length, could be a bracelet length, however you want to do that. Alright, this is, I'm just going to put it on like this. This is what it's going to look like against your top. So sitting right here at the bust, of course, you've got a lot of room for extension and playing with it there. But we've got Wanderlust Wrap. This is in blue. It is number 119. It'd also make a good belt, come to think of it. It's long enough you could actually use it as a belt and tie it around your waist, which would be kind of cool on a black dress, if you had a plain black dress. Alright, and then we don't have a number 120, so what we're going to do is still do one more, but it's going to be number 121. So this is Flower Shop Sparkle in white. We have the filigree flowers, lacy flowers, that's what I like to call them. And then they have a white cluster of rhinestones in the center to be the center of the flowers. This is the length and size. So again, smaller earring, but not too tiny. 119 for Marlo. These are Flower Shop Sparkle in white, and they are going to be number 121. Okay, we're at our next question already. Let's see. What do we have for a question? All right, let's try this one. 5 answers on this one. We will take number 3. Saw this today. Definitely saw this today. Name something you associate with storms. Something you associate with storms. Thunder, number 1. Didn't hear any of that today. Did you hear it, Jessica? I didn't hear any thunder today. Wind was number 5. Power outages, also a good answer. Tornadoes were not on there. Let's see, I'm making sure I didn't miss any. Hail, wind, rain was number 4. Definitely had rain today. You didn't hear any. I didn't think that we had any. Dark clouds, yes, number 3. Lots of dark clouds today. And lightning was number 2. I think we got them all. Thunder, lightning, dark clouds, rain, and wind. So we got them all. You guys know what a storm looks like. I'm so proud. All right. Moving on. This one is a little bit of a longer one, but you can see most of it up here. So let me fix the beads. There we go. This is called Noble Notion. It is in silver. Did Facebook crash? Not that I know of. I was still getting comments from you. As I saw wind. So these are silver pearly beads. We also have white rhinestones in silver frames and silver polished beads. So this comes to a V, and then we have the tail that hangs down. This is a little bit longer one of these. And these silver pearly beads that they have for earrings, it would be very easy to upgrade those because most of our silver pearly beads that we have in the earrings are this color, the lighter gray. So this one comes to a V right here at the top of the bust. So right about here. And then your tail is going to go all the way down through mid-abdomen. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to sit down to here, which is just above your natural waist. So maybe like, not quite an empire, but you know how the waistbands sit just above your waistline? Right about there. This is Noble Notion in silver. And it is going to be number 122. 122. Did you have problems with Facebook, Tracy? Did anybody else? I guess not, because you're all still here. Anybody else having problems with Facebook tonight? I think everything's good. Looks like. Sylvia, are you still over there? You still good over there? Just checking to see if everybody's still out there. But I'm still getting answers, so not a bad thing. Told you the live show ended and booted you off. Okay. That is interesting because everybody else is still there. Weird. All right. Homestead Hustle in multi. So these are brass, silver, and copper. Antiqued copper. Okay, Sylvia's still over there. She's on the personal page. Shannon's still on the business page. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Unless it's maybe your internet, but I don't know why it would tell you the show ended. So we've got the dot motif down here at the bottom of the oval. Then we've got these little trinkets hanging off the bottom in those 3 metals. Brass, silver, and copper. This is the length and size. Facebook does some really weird things. Homestead Hustle in multi. Number 123. I just never know what they're going to do. Next we have This is a hinged bracelet. This is called Desert Prosperity. So it's hinged in the back and it's up on the front. Okay, Mom said it's doing weird things, but it was with the comments. That must be what Violet was talking about the other night. All of a sudden she couldn't see Juanita's comments and she had been before. I don't know what's going on with it. Alright, so this, it reminds me of a slightly reptile pattern in this. I don't know if it does anybody else, but it's a little linear pattern. And then we've got white rhinestones around the front curve, hinge in the back. So this is going to be about the size. There, I'll show you what it looks like. This is going to be number 124, Desert Prosperity. I don't think Facebook knows what it's doing. So, we're all even there. This one is Vibrant Valley in pink. So I know it's making it kind of bright against the black background, so you'll get to see the color a little bit more true when I put it against my hand. But this is a pink, and it has a little bit of a purple tone and also a peach tone in these rhinestones. So we've got flowers, comes down to, this is not really a V, but maybe like a U, and then has the little tail. This is the length and size, and you can adjust this however you want. It's slightly asymmetrical, so if you want this to, if you want the tail to go right down the middle, it's going to be slightly higher on this side, or you can adjust it and have it hanging evenly, more evenly, and have that tail slightly off center, however you want to do that. So I'm going to put it like this for right now. Our tail is going right down to the top of the bust with the 2-inch extension. It's going to sit right in the middle of the bust. So now let's check out these colors because it's going to be easier to see them. There we go. So you can see it's basically pink, but it's got purple and also the peach tones in it. So this could go with any of those colors. This is going to be number 125. 125. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to keep track now because my numbers are not correct anymore. Let's see. Another bracelet. We have Interwoven Illusion. This is also a hinged bracelet. It is hinged on the side. So it's in the oval shape, hinged on the side. We have marquise-shaped silver pieces. And then in between each of these, we have the white rhinestones for a little sparkly decoration. Let's turn it sideways because this is the way it's going to sit on your arm. So Interwoven Illusion in white, number 126. And we're going to go one piece over just because I have a ring to match that. Again, that was part of a fashion fix, so I have a ring. It is called Icy Intuition in white. So it is that marquise shape, but it is rhinestones instead of the silver. It has a wide, stretchy back. Oh, I have my hand model here. Look at that. I have a hand model tonight. Isn't that great? I usually put these kind of on my middle finger just because it's easier. So this is what it looks like. 125 to you, Mom. Gotcha. So these fit sizes 6 through 10, the stretchy backs. This is called Icy Intuition in white. Almost couldn't remember. 127. And that is just going to stick out there. That's a recipe for disaster. All right, 125 for Mom. Let's make sure we get that down there. All right, let's do another question. Then we're going to do 5 more pieces and we're going to be done. We'll do a drawing because we've got plenty of people tonight. And we'll all go to our respective corners for the rest of the evening and get ready for Monday morning. Let's see, 5 answers on this one. Let's see how creative you are. 5 answers. Everybody's cold, so you should be able to get these. We're going to go with, let's do number 3. There's actually 6 answers. I can't count. 6 answers. We're going to do number 3. Name something you might pack on an Arctic expedition. Something you might pack on an Arctic expedition. What are you taking with you? Because you know it's going to be cold. A tent. Tent was actually not on there. Apparently we don't need shelter. A lighter. Ooh, not a lighter, but also a good idea. Gloves. Gloves were number 4. We definitely got the gloves. Sleeping bag. Yep, number 6. Gotta stay warm. Coat was number 1. A hat. Hat wasn't on there. Apparently we don't need to keep our head warm. No scarf either. These people are going to freeze. That's all I've got to say. Leg warmers. Leg warmers were not on there, but something similar was on there. No sled. Boots. Got to keep those feet warm. Number 3. An ice axe. A parka. Those were not on there. Coat was on there, so that's close. They will all perish. They will indeed. It feels like Oregon Trail in the Arctic. All these people are dying. One more thing. Yeah, long johns. There we go. Number 2. Gotta have those long johns. The other one was just warm clothes, which a lot of your things fit. So we're not gonna get picky on that one. But yeah, these people are gonna die. It's not gonna be dysentery. That's all I know. How many of you played Oregon Trail growing up in school? Yeah, cholera, dysentery. Yeah, they had all those fun things. Did everybody else play that too on the computer?
No.
Max says no. He's too old for that. I loved Oregon Trail. Of course, all my people died all the time, but you have the modern board game. I didn't know there was such a thing. I know that they do have an app for your phone now that mimics the old computer game. It's not as fun anymore. And my people still all die. Just thought I'd throw that in there. You have the PC game? That's what I like. I like the original PC game. Alright. Sprinkle on the sparkle in silver. So again, we have a lacy frame. So it's not really a regular shape. I guess we'll call it teardrop because it's kind of a teardrop shape. We have the silver pearly beads worked into that. Max missed out. Yes, he did. We're going to have to teach him how to keep people alive in times of dysentery and cholera. This is the length and size.
I don't have time to waste.
And he would have died. He would have. Sprinkle on the sparkle in silver. We have number 128. I always took too many supplies, and then I had to ditch things along the way, and Max would tell you that nothing has changed there. I still take too many supplies when we go places. So at least I'm prepared. But I did have to ditch most of my stuff along the way. Alright, chic crescento and gold. So these are a fat gold hoop. They are hollow, so they're not super heavy. This is the length and size. So kind of a medium size hoop, but they're very fat. Definitely going to show up. Chic crescento in gold is number 129. So we're on the downhill slide. 3 pieces to go. Ready for every eventuality. Exactly. Except somehow the horses in the auction did not want to pull that kind of weight. I don't know what their problem was. This is number 130, Botanical Banquet in red, and this is a dark red. I don't know if you can really tell against the black. You'll be able to tell when I hold it up against my hand, but this is a darker red, kind of a blood red, actually. So we've got teardrop shapes and also little marquee-shaped accent beads, the little tiny ones. These are hung in clusters. And then the earrings are also the little teardrops, and then they have the marquee shapes up at the top, so kind of their own little cluster as well. This one's turned around in the tag. There we go. So nice earrings with this one. This is the length. So most of it is above the collar, just about a 1/4 inch below the collar. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down to here, which is going to bring that whole necklace down up underneath the collar. Let's see if we can get a better color image. There we go. Your van is going to fuss at you in May. Yes, if you try to bring a bunch of stuff, it sure is. This is Botanical Banquet in red. And it is number 130. 130. You're going to be here before May anyway. By May, it should be resting for a little while. Number 131, Saguaro Spring. So we have our blue crackle stone in a flower shape. This is about the size of a 1/4. We're going to go with a 1/4. It's a little bit bigger than a nickel. Maybe a little bit smaller than a 1/4, but it's somewhere in between there. Antique silver background. This is the size. So we have Saguaro Spring in blue, number 131. All right, last. What are we gonna do last? Let's see. One piece left. What are we gonna do? Well, let's do this bracelet. I don't have a name on it, but it's a cool bracelet. So it also was a piece of a fashion fix, which is why I don't have a name on it, but I will get one later. This is rhinestone solitaires, so round rhinestones. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 bigger ones and 2 that are slightly smaller in between. This is on that snake chain, so the rounded chain. It has the bead closure, the sliding bead closure, so you can pull it really small or let it all the way out and be really big. So you've got a lot of adjustment with this one. So this white rhinestone bracelet that has no name currently is going to be number 132 tonight, our final piece. 132. All right, bear with me for just a second. I will get everybody's names put in our wheel and we will draw for a free piece. Good to have everybody back. This is nice. 132 to Rosie. Okay, gotcha. I'll have to find the name for that so I can invoice, but I'll find it. If you missed having an invoice last week, it may or may not have gone to you. I did send some out, but they went out a little bit late. So you might have missed it, and that's okay. I'll just add this week's to it, and we will go from there. And you may not have gotten one because you only had one piece. We only did one show last week, so there may not have been enough to send, but you should get one this week. So if you do not get one, and it is Tuesday, especially Tuesday afternoon, let me know, and I'll either tell you for one reason or another that I didn't send one, or I will resend it to you before it expires on Wednesday. All right. Let's spin. And Marlo, you are a winner tonight. It landed on your name, so one of your pieces tonight will be for free. If you have anything pre-ordered as well, I do have 2 orders coming in, and they will be here in time for me to send out with these. So those will be on this invoice and will be mailed out with this one. So anything that you have pre-claimed will be on there. I think that's it. So we'll be back Friday. Usual time, usual place. Maybe everything will work. We'll see how it goes. So everybody stay warm and stay safe this week. Looks like we're all kind of in for some bad weather this week. So hang in there. It's almost the end of February. It's going to get warm soon.